Those Santa Ana winds are back this morning, leading the Mountain Empire Unified School District to close all of its schools here today. Thanks for being here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, the wind howling, especially in the mountains. High wind warning and a wind advisory all in effect right now. You'll probably notice how dry it's starting to feel. I can literally write my name in my arm,
Yes.
Evan.
Crackling knuckles here.
Yeah.
You can feel it, absolutely. I mean, it is a breezy morning, and it's also a significantly warmer morning because of that breeze. So as those dry, warm gusts of wind come over the mountaintops, they warm up your coastline and inland valleys. Wind advisory, high wind warning, you heard Eric and Netta mention them, both in effect through 10 p.m. They started at 7 p.m. yesterday, so they remain in effect through almost the entirety of the day. 10 p.m. is when they'll expire. Forecast shows that afternoon high temperatures are going to be just around in line with average and in line with where we were yesterday, but the real difference is this, your current temperatures out there. No 30s or even upper 20s that we saw in Ramona, for example. We're in the 50s for the most part. 59 right now in El Cajon, 52 in Alpine, and 51 in Encinitas. We'll be talking in more detail about the wind and the next round of wet weather that could be coming by the weekend, coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, significant warm up this morning, probably helpful for all these volunteers who right now all across San Diego County are collecting information and interviewing many homeless people.
Yeah, this is going to help local leaders understand just how big the homeless crisis is here locally. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live downtown. This is one of the locations where this point in time count is happening right now.
That's right. Good morning, Eric and Netta. We are about 2 hours into this point in time count. So 1,500 volunteers from around the county are doing the exact same thing, collecting data, interviewing and speaking with those experiencing homelessness. But there are a couple of hundred here in San Diego spread across the downtown area. Now, we did catch up with Mayor Todd Gloria before he went out to collect the data. I asked him how this process works, how those experiencing homelessness receive the questions, and how this moving forward will truly impact San Diego County and the resources, because this data helps fund federally the programs here.
It's a little bit counterintuitive. I think any of us who would be woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning would not take that kindly. The homeless population actually understands that this count is being performed on this day. Our outreach workers inform that people will be coming. We do have gift cards and hygiene kits that often are helpful to sort of starting the conversation. And what I've found over the many years I've been doing this, and I think I've been doing this for nearly 20 years, is that people are receptive. They want to share their stories. I think often the homeless feel like no one pays attention to them, no one cares about them. And this, for maybe 5 or 10 minutes it takes to do the entire survey, really is a chance for them to share their story and understand that sharing their story makes a difference. Again, the result of it is millions of dollars to the San Diego region.
Now, the data is collected through an app that has a set of questions. Many are from the same from year to year. Last year, volunteers counted 8,427 individuals experiencing homelessness countywide. That's up 10% from 2020. The count does miss people who are in the hospital or might be living in their cars. But later this morning, we're actually going to be able to bring you numbers from what was collected this morning. So stick with us. The data is really insightful in terms of what they spoke, who and what they spoke to. Some of those issues that they're dealing with, if they need help in terms of mental health or any other health issues. This is the time where the conversation is started in looking at resources for the next year. So again, stick with us. We're going to have some of that data coming up. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, coming to you live from downtown San Diego.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you. So we just heard from the mayor there, Mayor Todd Gloria. This morning he's going to announce a new homeless shelter at the Old Central Library here. According to the mayor's office, the 36-bed shelter will exclusively serve women. It will help people in and around the downtown area. More details will be announced later this morning. And would you come to your screen real quick? Take a look at this sketch here. This morning, police are looking for the person they say tried to kidnap a 9-year-old girl near Shoal Creek Elementary School in Carmel Mountain Ranch. The girl told police this happened Tuesday afternoon. CBS 8's Chris Grove live at the school now with more on who police are looking for here and any other updates here, Chris.
Yeah, and so far, the latest update right now is the fact that they're trying to get this sketch out to as many eyeballs as they can so that they can try to see if they can get this person in custody to, again, make sure that they're no longer out on the street. So let's show you that again, this sketch here for a little bit here. Again, this person being described as a Hispanic male, 5'11", but last seen wearing a face mask. having the strong scent of alcohol on them. That's what this little girl told police, but was last seen wearing dark pants, black shoes, and may have had a backpack on. Now, 5'11" again with a slim build. As far as what police have told us, this again happened on Tuesday around 2 o'clock on a pedestrian bridge just a short ways away here from the elementary school. The cross streets were Shoal Creek Drive and Stony Gate Place. That 9-year-old girl was waiting for her parents to pick her up, and that's when she was approached by this man who told her to follow him. She was able to not only refuse but escape and run to safety to another family. The man did try to grab her by the wrist, dragged her at one point, but again, she was able to break free and run away. Now, I want to show you what the Poway Unified School District is saying. This is a letter that went out to families. In part, it said, quote, "We are sharing this information with the larger community because the suspect has not yet been apprehended, and we wanted our families and staff to be on high alert, especially if your children attend, walk to, and from school near Shoal Creek Elementary School and the Carmel Mountain Ranch area." As we know, on Tuesday, officers were searching overhead in a helicopter as well as on the ground. Today, we do potentially expect to see some officers in and around this area. Remember, we're just about a couple steps away from a neighborhood, so this is very much a school within a neighborhood. So we got to imagine that people not only going to Shoal Creek Elementary, but any of these kids who may walk to schools nearby or go to the bus stop, going to be on high alert, especially with their parents. So go to CBS8.com to get another look at that sketch. And of course, if you recognize that person or may know anything about this incident, go ahead and call San Diego Police Department. Eric Canetta.
A lot of conversations happening among families there. Thank you very much, Chris, for that update. And now Larry Millete will stand trial for the murder of his missing wife, Maya Millete. The judge says even without a body, there's still enough evidence to put the case before a jury. This morning, we are hearing from Maya's sister. She expressed shock over what she learned from some of the testimony.
That my sister had suffered so much. I didn't know that. I wish I could have known. I could probably help her better. But she's very independent. She's very smart. But I wish I could have done something.
Oh, you hear the pain right there from her sister. The jury trial will begin now on September 14th. The judge just announcing that yesterday. This morning, we are now hearing from the transgender woman at the center of this debate over a locker room policy at the Santee YMCA.
I am a threat to no one. In the year I've been a member of the Y, children have attended summer camp and have been with their parents and grandparents in the women's locker room with me, and there has never ever been an incident ever.
And that right there is 66-year-old Kristen Wood. She spoke at yesterday's city council meeting in Santee. This all started about 2 weeks ago when this 17-year-old girl said she was, quote, terrified after seeing what she thought was a naked man in the women's locker room. People there supporting Wood and people criticizing the YMCA's policy all had a chance to have their say last night.
Trans community has watched this unfold and they have been a victim to this harm. If we want to protect women and children, we need to focus on how hate deeply wounds us.
I am a woman and I say no more to men gender appropriating women.
Santee's mayor said he is working with the YMCA to make sure that everybody feels safe and valued.
Well, this morning, a veteran PGA player, a rookie, and a World Tour winner are in the lead at the Farmers Insurance Open in Torrey Pines. Quite the trio, right? Round 2 starts at 9 a.m. Sam Ryder, Aaron Rye, Brent Grant are in the lead at 8 under par. Tens of thousands of golf fans are in town for the event, which ends on Saturday. As part of the tournament this morning, Farmers Insurance will celebrate our military community. They are donating $500,000 to build a new Armed Services YMCA facility in Murphy Canyon. I can only imagine that a lot of the golfers and their caddies discussions this morning are about how are we going to play the wind?
Yes.
How gusty it is this morning.
Let the wind help him out, right? Take the ball with it.
I know nothing about golf, but I figure you can probably gear it to your advantage.
As long as you're hitting behind the wind, it can help you, but you also have to adjust for that. You got to use less club because it can travel further.
Where's Chris Groh when you need him?
I know, right?
Give you the expert opinion. Here's what we got going on outside right now. It is at least a warmer start to the day, so anyone going outside, spending time walking the dog, whatever you have planned for the morning, well, you're at least in the 50s as opposed to the 30s that we were in for the last several mornings. You might remember earlier this week we had a frost advisory in effect because Ramona was dropping down to the upper 20s. Today we are at 48 degrees, 58 in Escondido, 56 in La Mesa, 49 in San Diego. So pretty pleasant out there compared to where we have been for past mornings. And the temperature changed compared to 24 hours ago. Alpine right now 25 degrees warmer than this time yesterday, 16 degrees warmer in Ramona, 22 degrees warmer in El Cajon. The coastline shows more minimal changes, about 5 to 10 degree changes, but still across the county we are at a warmer point right now, and a more significantly warmer point than where we were at this time yesterday and pretty much for every morning prior. This is because of how gusty those offshore winds are, climbing to the 60 to 70 mile per hour range over the next several hours. Really about 10 a.m. all the way through 4 p.m. is that stretch of top concern where we see the possibility of down trees, down power lines. It really only takes a 50 mile per hour gust to see that happen. So when these gusts climb to the 60 and near 70 mile per hour range, well, that's when we have more concern. Your sustained speeds are going to be in the 30s, which is still very breezy. And again, this is focused on Julian, but still warrants concern countywide as those gusts even closer to the coastline are going to be 30, 40 miles per hour. We stay warm today and tomorrow, start to cool down with wet weather in the forecast for Sunday and Monday. Coming up, we're going to be talking about how that wet weather is going to be impacting the later portion of your weekend and early next week. Let's take a look at traffic this morning and how the roads are looking as we kick off the day. Right now, I want to take you to just one crash that is popping up here on the screen. This is up around the Oceanside area just north of Vista. It is a crash on the 76 at Mission Road and at the 13 Vista Way. So you've got that intersection where that crash took place. No slow speeds leading up to it or beyond it. So it looks like there's not much volume there on the roads to start off the morning with. We'll keep you up to date if we see any backups in the area. Back to you.